Haji Berry. And number 11, Robert Bristow. The head coach of the North Carolina FC is Dave Saracen.
Welcome to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, home to North Carolina FC. After a 90-minute delay, Continental Tire is proud to bring you USL Championship action. Birmingham Legion FC back where they were just 2 weeks ago right here in Cary, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be with Austin DeLuz. And Austin, when you think about this game, Birmingham Legion sitting on 14 points, a 6-point swing game, as Dave Saracen would say.
Yeah, it's a big one. Obviously not ideal conditions with the delay, but the ball's going to zip once we get started out here. And it's a big one. Like you said, North Carolina FC and Birmingham are at the top of this group, and they're going to be battling all season for that top spot.
We don't always put the highlights on the goalkeepers, but in this one, in these conditions, these two goalkeepers are phenomenal. We'll start with the man I call the real Greek freak in goal for North Carolina FC, Alex Tambakis.
Yeah, Alex he goes a little bit under the radar. He's quiet, he's reserved, but man, is he solid back there. Just does not give much up, and he just keeps improving. He keeps getting better. So really excited to be watching him this year. He's coming off 2 clean sheets and looking to get the 3rd one here tonight.
Meanwhile, the man with the beard, Matt Van Okel, he's had some big games here at WakeMed Soccer Park.
He has. And this is him. Last game, he actually got up to provide the assist on the equalizing goal for Birmingham against Charlotte. And he is a big, big presence back there. He's got a big foot. He can get the ball up the field. But yeah, just somebody who's had a ton of success in the lower leagues over the last several years. And I'm a big fan of Matt Van Okel.
What a header for the man. They were down a man and were able to get a point. They've got 7 points since the loss here when they also were down a man. As we take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Bojangles.
Yeah, here we see Birmingham Legion, and we're not too sure how the shape is going to look. They had it down as 5 at the back on the sheet, but it could shift. But yeah, we see some talented attacking players there with Bruno Lapa, Nico Brett, and Jaden Servania. We're not sure where Bolu Akinyote is going to be. Could be center back, could be center mid, but yeah, similar team to what we saw 2 weeks ago, and hopefully they can keep all 11 players on the field.
When you take a look at the Bojangles starting lineup for North Carolina FC, Akeem Ward, who had that world-class goal against Memphis, is out.
Yeah, disappointing. He had a good couple games, and he was really starting to find his footing, but Alex Comcia steps in at the right back spot. I think he's very capable of playing there. Obviously more comfortable at center back, but hopefully can get confident early in the game here at the right back spot.
It's Bo time with your starting lineup, as we are delighted to be on the Tim Arms Network.
So. All right, so Blue Cross, sweet. What'd you send up here? A loaf of bread, it looks like? I was just messing with him. He doesn't have to work.
Um,
than playing of the national anthem.
Welcome to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. After a 90-minute delay, Group G, North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC, USL Championship presented by Aetna. And hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, socially distant from superstar for North Carolina FC, Austin Deleuze. Austin, after a 90-minute delay, there's a whole lot on the line in this one, a 6-point swing game in Group G.
Yeah, always tough coming out of a weather delay, but both these teams are going to be fired up tonight for this game. They're, sitting at the top of this group, and every game between these two teams is a 6-pointer. So looking forward to a good matchup here tonight.
Our Aetna featured players, both goalkeepers. We start with a man I call the real Greek freak, Alex Tambakis for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Alex is a guy, he flies under the radar a little bit. He's quiet, he's reserved, but man, is he solid back there. He just keeps getting better, improved every year he's been here. and he's coming off 2 clean sheets, and he's going to be looking to get that 3rd one tonight.
Matt Van Okel for Birmingham Legion FC is always good here.
Yeah, and we see here Matty Van Okel getting up for a corner at the end of that Charlotte game. He actually got the assist on this goal for the equalizer against Charlotte late, but just so solid, a huge presence in the back for Birmingham, and had so much success over the last several years in the lower leagues here. So I'm a big Matt Van Okel fan.
Tonight's lineups are brought to you by Bojangles. It's bow time. We start with Birmingham Legion FC.
Yeah, a little bit of flexibility here. We thought the Bulu Hekinyode might fly into that center midfield spot, but I think he is going to be at center back that we saw in warm-ups. But yeah, a lot of talent in the attacking half, a lot of young talent. So North Carolina FC's the defensive side of things is going to have to be on point as they've been in the last couple games.
The North Carolina FC lineup missing Akeem Ward, who was on the USL Championship Team of the Week.
Yeah, disappointed for Akeem, coming off 2 really good games and obviously getting his first goal for the club. But Alex Comcia slides into that right back spot, and I think he's capable of filling in there. Obviously, he's more comfortable at center back, but is definitely capable of playing in that right back spot. And I'd like to see North Carolina FC get a few more goals here tonight.
United Soccer League, all 35 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. As you see, a 15-second moment of silence as we're all united against racism. There is the bearded wonder with that great header, and we are underway. The 90-minute plus delay behind us, and here we go with Group G action, Birmingham Legion and North Carolina FC. Great to be with each and every one of you, all the great fans in Birmingham and all the great fans here in North Carolina. That's DJ Taylor, normally on the right side, as Austin DeLuze already told you. Mr. Comcia, the former Tar Heel, who played quite a bit at center back with Sam Brotherton, is now on the right side because of the injury to Akeem Ward. There's Barry. He'll drop it over to Sam Brotherton, the former Wisconsin Badger, New Zealand international. Haji Barra wearing the Baba in honor of his dad. Great story written by Morgan, the PR director for North Carolina FC. A great tribute to his father, I think, Austin.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell how much it means to him to have that on his jersey.
They try to find Crystal. Birmingham Legion FC wearing the all red. So North Carolina FC, they normally wear the darks here at home, but going with their away whites despite the home game. Here's DJ Taylor showing his versatility by sliding over to the left side. Having himself a USL Championship Best 11 type season, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's been very good early in this season. He's kind of raised his game. I mean, he's been great for us the last few years, but...
Crystal with a shot. Sorry, Austin, go ahead and finish that comment on DJ Taylor.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's been reliable for a couple of years, and this year seems to have taken a real step forward in terms of leadership and taking a little bit more responsibility.
DJ Taylor looking for Crystal. Good chance here now for Birmingham Legion FC.
Yeah, I love that from Pekka, and that's a little taste of what Pekka's all about, right? It's just breaking up those counterattacks. Anytime Birmingham looks to get on the break, you're going to see Pekka in the mix.
Take a look at the keys of the game presented by Continental Tire. New back line that we talked about. And, of course, the fortune finder, Dre Fortune, who only played 45 minutes, got that yellow card. He's going to be key. And then where's Bolu? We weren't sure where he was going to be. And, of course, they've got that big-time goalkeeper back there.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And we do see Bolu in that center back spot. And, obviously, 2 weeks ago, his game was short, getting sent off in around the 30th minute. So I know he's going to be excited to have another shot at North Carolina FC here, his former team.
Stephen Miller wearing the captain's armband that my broadcast partner Austin DeLuze wore quite frequently. It's a big job, Austin.
It is. I think it fits Stephen a little bit better. I think he's got, he's a little stronger. The armband always slipped off my arm. I was too skinny.
That was Nico Brett a moment ago, number 11. Played back. Birmingham Legion comes in with 14 points. North Carolina FC comes in with 7. However, Birmingham Legion has played 3 more games than North Carolina.
Yeah, it's been a difficult stretch for them, just in terms of the amount of games that they've had in such a short period. But they've done well. They've gotten a couple wins, and they get a little bit of a break after this one. They don't play again until next Saturday.
Alex Cronali playing in this game with his brother Eli Cronali, 2 former Maryland Terrapins that played under Sasho Soroski. Eli Cronali winning a national championship during his time at Maryland. 5 minutes in. And of course, this field right here was home to Austin Duluth winning a national championship, beating the Ohio State Buckeyes back in 2007 right here. You knew it was a special place then, didn't you, Austin?
Yes, so long ago I barely remember it. But yeah, it was always been fun to play here. Ever since I was a kid, we played state cups here, came all the way up through college. So it's always been a special place.
Roof, give it to Eli Cronali. Eli, take a look now at the injury report brought to you by Select PT. And it's a big one. Akeem Ward, that brilliant goal, world-class goal from the left back spot. He is out. The only injury here on the injury report presented by Select PT.
Yeah, it was a really good goal too, wasn't it? On his right foot, just bent it into that far post.
Six minutes in. Lightning, a whole lot of rain causing the 90-minute delay. They were tracking the radar quite frequently and made the decision to start at approximately 8:33, Austin.
Yeah, we've been through a few weather delays here over the years, haven't we, Dean?
Indeed.
This one was relatively short, I think, compared to some in the past.
Well said. Bacchus. Bacchus was trying to play it to Pekka. This could be dangerous here. Birmingham Legion takes a big old shot. There's Donovan. Donovan has been solid at that right center back position. They were calling for a handball, don't get it. Eli Cronali, great ball outside to Lopez. Lopez will cut it back. Dancing with it, loose, dangerous, still open, and Tambakis with the save. And this field is amazing, but listen, ton of rain. No field can handle rain perhaps better than this field, as you see Dave Sarakin, the top man for North Carolina FC, but it's going to skip a little bit. It'll make it tricky for the goalkeepers for sure, Austin.
Yeah, definitely for the goalkeepers, it makes things a little bit more dangerous. I think the players love it. Anytime this field gets a little bit of water on it, the ball just flies and just makes the pace of the game so much faster. More fun to watch for spectators and more fun to play on.
North Carolina FC fans, we can tell you, as Ruth nutmegs Stephen Miller, but North Carolina FC gets it right back, that Nazmi Abadawi is on the bench and listed as an available sub. And Marios Lomas, as our first look at Marios Lomas back here at WakeMed Soccer Park, he returns to the club.
Yeah, it's really good to see Marios back. I know he was happy to return. I talked to him a little bit this week, and he's glad to be back in a familiar place and try to get back to scoring goals like he did last year prior to his injury.
Garcia. Manny Perez, former star at NC State, signed with Celtic, along with Andrew Gutman, the Mack Herman Trophy winner a couple of years ago from Hoosier Land, and second year on loan right here with his home squad. Here's Miller. Miller time with the left foot. Looked like it was deflected, and it'll be a corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC, and all corner kicks for North Carolina FC are brought to you by Jasmine and Olives. If NCFC scores from either of those in-game activities, you get a buy one, get one half off. You see Tom Sohn, the top man, like Dave Sarakin, has coached at the Major League Soccer level, but I feel like both of them are enjoying their roles at USL Championship.
Yeah, definitely. I think it speaks to the quality of the league that it's attracting coaches like Tom and Dave. and they've both done good jobs. I think Tom came into an expansion side, and obviously they made the playoffs in their inaugural year. And Dave came in and just completely changed the culture of the club, I think, and sort of raised the quality of the team since he's been here.
We talked about that fortune finder, Dre Fortune, taking that Jasmine and Olives corner kick from the near side based on our broadcast position. Now he'll go over to the far side. North Carolina FC with North Carolina COVID protocol, no fans. Here's Fortune. Looking for Christo. Brotherton is not afraid to mix it up on corner kicks, is Brotherton. And he'll go out of bounds and come back to the home side, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, some good targets for Dre on these set pieces with Sam and Robbie Christo, Haji Berry. Some good size in there.
Pekka. I think Pekka has been a stabilizing force tonight. Call him a two-way player, Austin. You know what I mean by that, particularly from a holding midfielder. He's not afraid to come forward and take a couple bombs from distance.
Yeah, he's box to box. He definitely very good at breaking up plays on the defensive side, but like you said, he can get forward and put shots on goal.
Alex Gronali sends it forward to Nico Brett, who scored a boatload of goals last year from Pittsburgh. This will give me time to say, don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Zeros here. Birmingham Legion and North Carolina FC. Of course, 2 weeks ago, these two teams met, and we're going to see a lot of that based on the reconfiguration with the groups.
Yeah, and we mentioned it, you know, in the pregame, but anytime these two teams meet is going to be especially intriguing because they are sitting at the top of that group now, and I think everybody expects them to be the top two in this group.
Loose ball here. He's trying to track down. Yeah, like Dave always says, Dave Sarachan, the top man for North Carolina FC, former U.S. national team coach, after Bruce Arena stepped aside, he's like, these are 6-point swings. 3 one way, -3 the other way. Essentially, it's huge.
Yep, and it's obviously nice to have games in hand. You got 3 games in hand on Birmingham right now, but you've got to make those games count.
I like the decision by our broadcast crew and also by Aetna to put the spotlight on both goalkeepers because, you know, particularly coming off that Memphis game, I was excited to see Tim Howard. He didn't play. Michigan State goalkeeper Jimmy Haig played instead. And then I just started zoning in on Alex Tambakis, and there were a couple saves and even a couple times where he didn't have to save it, where he was stretched out, and he looked like a world-class goalkeeper, Austin.
Yeah, he really is so solid. He just gives everybody in front of him so much confidence in his ability. And like I said, he's a little bit quiet, a little bit reserved.
Taylor, far side looking for Perez. Barry, back to Fortune. Fortune. Taylor. And the flag was up. Taylor a little bit too early. That Fortune and DJ Taylor combo on the field, off the field, those two are tight.
Yep, always looking for each other. They understand how one another want to play, and they both enjoy playing that way.
Bolu Akinyoti, of course, he was the big story, and you felt terrible for him, but he got that red card as Stephen Miller got around him. Bolu extended his arm. Miller went down the way you're taught, and Bolu was sent to the showers, and it really did change the game.
Yeah, it did, and a questionable call, to say the least. But like I said, I'm sure he's happy to have another bite at the apple here tonight.
Right back at center back. We were thinking maybe he'd be in the midfield, but once again at center back. Here's the former Tar Heel, Lopez. We'll switch it over all the way across, trying to find Cervania. Cervania dancing with it. Skillful player, Cervania.
Yeah, he's a good young player. He's only 19. I think this whole Birmingham attack is going to be interesting to watch tonight. A lot of fluidity. I think that, you know, the front four can really kind of float into any spot along that line.
Perez plays it behind Christo. Talk about teenagers, 3 of them on the USL Championship Team of the Week. A 19-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 17-year-old. And my main man, Austin DeLuz, loved playing against those teenagers, right? You don't miss that at all, do you?
I retired just in time. Make you feel old seeing kids like that, especially with that talent level.
Eli Cronali. We say hello to Karen and Corey Cronali. Got to know them pretty well doing a lot of Maryland games. They ran an unbelievable tailgate before the games, and both their kids grew up in Ohio, but went and played for Sasha Swarovski. There's Alex right there. Eli telling me before the game that mom and dad have been down to Birmingham multiple times already. And in fact, if fans were allowed here, they'd probably be here. They didn't miss a game when Alex and Eli played at Maryland.
They might be hiding in here somewhere.
They could be. Corey Cronali is a big, tall man, though. We'd be able to spot him. Lopez, good hustle back to Brett. Brett's got a couple goals now, but really looking for him to explode the way he did last year for Pittsburgh, including that last game against Birmingham Legion. That was part of the reason why Birmingham Legion said, yo, why don't you just come over to our team?
Yeah, I think 4 goals against any team is going to turn some heads. And it's interesting to see him in that sort of, you know, number 9 position. When we saw them here 2 weeks ago, he was a little bit wider with Brian Wright in that 9 position, but he provides a little bit something different when he's in that spot. He can stretch the field for Birmingham. Look to get him behind this North Carolina FC back line.
It is amazing. We touched on it earlier, how well this field holds up. The job Keith Jenkins and his crew have done here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm always amazed anytime you get that deluge. The field's still perfect.
Crystal wanted the handball. The referee was on top of it with the signal right there. That was an inadvertent. As you see, Alex Cronali got some starts with the Columbus Crew a year ago, but has now found his way to Birmingham and was able to bring his brother with him.
Yeah, it's got to be cool playing with your brother at the professional level.
Barry shows Taylor looking for an option. Now the big man, Robbie Christo. Christo was able to score against Tampa Bay, but you know he's itching to score another one. I talked to him as part of that On the Road series presented by Continental Tire, and his goal was 20 goals this year. Obviously, that was before they canceled it, right, Austin Deleuze, but he added some big goals this year. I mean, his, as you talked about, his per-minute goal ratio last year was spectacular.
Yeah, it was impressive. You know, he seemed to make an impact every time he came in off the bench, but obviously starting games and playing 90 minutes is a whole different thing. So his fitness has had to get better, and he is more fit, I think, than he was last year. And we've seen him score this year already. I'm sure he's going to be looking to do more of the same moving forward.
So tactically, as you see Robbie Christo right there, you go back and you look at DJ Taylor on the left side. Did you see how everybody in a red jersey was pushing him to the left and not letting him cut back in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's something that they talked about prior to the game. Birmingham, once they saw that DJ Taylor would be playing on the left side, was trying to keep him on his left foot. I know he loves to dribble. He loves to get involved in the attack, and part of that playing on this side is going to be trying to get on that right foot to get shots off and to connect with people. So it's good to see Birmingham trying to deal with that.
Good little touch there by Cervania getting around Taylor. Look at Barry tracking back. This guy's got great pace. Excellent work by Barry to pick up after Cervania went around Taylor.
Yeah, that's great cover from Haji Berry there. You love to see that from a striker.
Turning with it now is Prosper. Back in front, Cervania! And it's in the back of the net. Birmingham Legion has the lead, 1-0. It fell to him in the top of the 18, and what a great finish. You see the subs in the stands, they love it, and it's 1-0 for the visitors.
A good finish there from the young 19-year-old Cervania. We talked about how the conditions were going to affect the goalkeepers, and I think that took a little bit of a deflection, and it obviously comes off the grass pretty quick. We see here, there's Prosper Kassim, lays it across, and Jaden Cervania's there to finish at the top of the box. We do see a little deflection, but he does well just to connect with it and keep it on goal. Yeah, right off of Sam Brotherton. Nothing Alex Tambakis can do about that one.
Celebration there by number 17. Great hair, great goal, and it's 1-0 Birmingham Legion FC with the lead over Dave Sarakin's North Carolina FC team is Jaden Servania with that goal in the 18th minute. And you're right, Prosper Kasim was slicing and dicing, and he looks good too.
Yeah, he did a good job to find that empty space at the top of the box. You see Bruno Lapo was trying to reach for it, couldn't get to it, and there was Jaden Servania to clean things up. Big moment for a young player.
Olu Akinyoti will play it over to Alex Cronelli. Good ball on the right side by Dean. Dean's got 4 assists from that outside back position. He can put it on a dime. And Brotherton put down his arm, and now it'll be a PK. And the wheels falling off early here for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, these are critical moments. You know, immediately after any goal, for or against, you really got to tighten things up. And we see here Roof try to get the cross in, and yeah, I mean, I think that's the right call. Sam's arms extended back behind him, away from his body. It's difficult, but.
So Nico Brett will step up here for Birmingham Legion FC, and this could turn this game upside down early here. As Birmingham Legion FC, after losing 2 weeks ago here, 1-0, they've won 2 and tied 1. Nico Brett to make it 2-0, and he does with the right way as Tambakis diving to his right. And after a 90-minute delay, 21 minutes in, it's Birmingham Legion FC 2, North Carolina FC 0.
Yeah, that's a dream start for Birmingham Legion. Nico Brett, the veteran, just slots it home, nice and easy, nothing crazy. It just sends Alex Tambakis the wrong way. Confident penalty from a natural goal scorer.
Third goal of the season, trying to chase down the former Wake Forest star Bruno Lapa, who's got 4 for the team. Servania gets his first goal of the season for Birmingham Legion FC, who's got a 2-0 lead. Now, we can make this relative because after the long break, because of the pandemic, North Carolina FC went down to Tampa. They were down 2-0 at the half, and we know the result. It was 2-2, so don't count out North Carolina FC for sure, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I think, you know, Dave's going to be looking for a response. And I think in Tampa in that game when they were down 2-0, the response came for the most part after halftime, and I'm sure Dave would like to see it happen a little bit quicker here.
It's an excellent point, Austin, indeed. Plenty of time to at least pull one back right before the halftime whistle.
Yeah, there is, but they've got to wake up a little bit. You know, like I said, those consecutive goals and they come very quickly. You've got to wake up and get yourself back into the game somehow.
Cristo shows. Gomsia. Now Perez. Perez dancing with it. Perez, as Dave Sarakin told us in the pregame show, not the best 45 at Memphis, just was a little off.
Yeah, I think he's still finding his footing, finding his fitness, and they need him to do that a little bit quicker. You know, he's a big part of this team. He's a big part of the attack. We know what he's capable of when he's on. So he's got to start finding his rhythm here pretty soon.
The USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. Stephen Miller and DJ Taylor playing on the left side. I think they'd prefer to be on the right side, but whatever it takes.
Yeah, they're both versatile players. DJ played quite a bit at left back in the past.
Here's Brotherton. He'll need to shake off that handball. He didn't spend a whole lot of time disputing it, did he?
Yeah, like I said, it's a tough one. I don't, you know, Not sure that there's intent, but his arm is away from his body. Makes it a little bit easier for the referee.
Tough ball from Brotherton to Miller, but bailed out as it goes out of bounds off of Birmingham Legion FC. Off to a blazing start coming out of that 90-minute delay, and they lead it 2-0. Donovan, play it to Comcia. Comcia, like Austin DeLuz, has some chops in the broadcast booth. Called a game with him over at his alma mater, UNC, a year ago.
How was he?
He was good. Yeah, there's a lot of talent. I mean, you got Daniele Proke, the Duke star, who's writing and doing a podcast, and some talented folks here.
Everybody needs a side hustle, right?
Barry coming all the way back. Brotherton. Taylor. Great start for the visitors. Birmingham Legion FC up 2-0. We're all the way back, and there's Van Oekel. It'll fall back a fortune. And before he could take it, there was a whistle already. Tom Sohn's got to be super happy. He was not happy 2 weeks ago, I can tell you that.
No, I don't think anybody on Birmingham was happy with the red card call especially, and then obviously dropping the 3 points. But a dream start here tonight. Up 2-0 on the road, about 20 minutes in.
How cool was it to see Van Oekel get that header assist and then run all the way back? He's got a big personality.
He does. He's a funny guy, and I was talking with him about it before the game. He actually probably should have scored prior to that assist. He got his head on one of them, and the goalkeeper for Charlotte made an unbelievable save, but the second one found Mikey Lopez's feet, and they were able to equalize late.
Great work by Bolu Akinyoti to give it to Lapa. They send it far side. Kasim has got Brett lurking. DJ Taylor with the head. It'll fall to Eli Cronali. Great first touch. Back to the goal scorer, the first one anyway, Cervania. And knocked away there by Taylor. Birmingham looking good, Austin.
They do, yeah. They look confident. They look like a team that's playing well. You know, they're coming off a few good games. They've really taken charge here.
There's the youngster who scored the first goal, and then Brett from the penalty spot who will get it now. Brett sends it back. Headed there by Comcia. Lapa, good little turn. What a start to his professional campaign after All-American status with the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, he's playing like he's got something to prove, and we talked about it a little bit 2 weeks ago, but a two-time first-team All-American that goes undrafted is pretty unique, a unique situation, and so I think he came into this situation with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder and just wanted to work hard and find a way to get on the field, and he's certainly done that.
There he is. Great work by our outstanding crew, led by Kyle Lang and the gang. Shot from distance right there by Kasim. Comcia, a couple Tar Heels battling over there, Lopez and Comcia. Austin DeLuz loves hanging out with Tar Heels.
Those are two of my, more favorite Tar Heels, I will say. Mikey and I have known each other for a long time. We actually went to the same high school. I'm sure his family's watching down in South Texas.
Well done, Austin. We'll say hello to the family of Mikey Lopez. So glad you're with us on ESPN Plus. 28 minutes in, and Mikey Lopez's team. I don't know if you've talked to him about the hair frosting at all.
He likes to keep it fresh, His brother's a Tar Heel as well, Andy Lopez.
There's Perez, who also in the ACC, just down the road in Raleigh at NC State. As take a look here at this foul called against Perez against Lopez.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of frustration there from Manny Perez.
Minute 28, and Lapa over the ball, and he serves a good one.
You're going to be looking to whip this right into that 6-yard box area.
They got some height coming forward. Alex Cronali is a pretty good target. So is Bolu Akinyoti. This one will fall to Tambakis. And Miller sprints out. Nothing for Tim Bacchus to do there, though, and that's going to be part of the discussion as well, coming off of those kind of opportunities. The real Greek freak, as I call him, he's going to want a fast break going, right?
Yeah, he's always looking for that. You know, I think it's a balance for goalkeepers between trying to create opportunities and turning the ball over needlessly. So unless he sees something that's, you know, really high percentage, he's going to keep it in his hands and let his team get up.
Comcia with the throw in. Perez. Marked by Lopez. We'll give it to Fortune. Fortune got a yellow card in that game against Memphis, so Dave Sarakin pulled him at halftime. Miller. And that'll lead to another Jasmine and Olives corner kick. Good look at Stephen Miller as Dre Fortune comes over. Here's Taylor, back across. Roof, wearing 13, back to Eli Cronali. Back to Roof. Taylor. Roof sliding down. Gets all ball. Referee lets him play.
That's good play from Roof there. He's just fighting through it. Interesting story for Roof. He was an Indiana Hoosier for a couple years. Injuries got the best of him, and he transferred over to Western Michigan and had a great career there.
This is the Chala Law hydration break, 31 minutes in, as Matt Van Okel has not had a ton to do so far. So the Chala Law hydration break will take place right now. A good chance for Dave Sarakin to talk to his team. What's he saying right now, Austin?
I think he's just saying he needs to see more. He needs to see more from everybody. You know, you can see he's animated right now. He's getting into the guys a little bit, trying to wake everybody up. You see a shot there of Dre Fortune. He's a guy that we've talked a lot about in the first few weeks of the season, and these are the types of situations where we'd like to see Dre Fortune step up even more, take more responsibility to get control of the game. But, you know, we talked to Dave a little bit about the game in Memphis, and he said he wasn't afraid to make those early changes, right? And this is the type of situation where that might be the case again at halftime.
Well, certainly if it stays 2-0, Austin, he's going to need to do something. Good shot of Dave Sarakin. He's got a solid bench right now. Nazmi Abadawi, Malik Mbai, Graham Smith, Ben Spees, Miles Lomas, and Daniele Proke, as well as Paulo Pita, the backup goalkeeper. Speaking of goalkeepers, Van Okel, he's a rock back there, so you got to be pretty special to get one by him anyway. And now with a 2-0 lead, as you see this portion of the game brought to you by Continental Tire. Tim Bacchus has been so outstanding, really nothing he could do on either of the goals. It's always tough on PKs.
Yeah, not anything you could do about either one, I don't think. A deflection and a penalty. Yeah, I'd like to see a little more energy from North Carolina FC coming out of this hydration break.
Alex Comcia. So off the hydration break, he'll take the throw in. Little flick from Cristo. Miller trying to get it to Perez. They go off of Bolu Akinyoti. Long throw in. It will stay with the home team, down 2 goals 34 minutes in. It's 2-0. Birmingham Legion FC on top of North Carolina FC. Again, reminding you that 2 weeks ago, Birmingham Legion FC came in here looking good. Red card to former North Carolina FC player Bolu Akinyoti, and the game changed. This man Taylor found Dre Fortune, and that was all they needed. Back-to-back 1-0 wins for North Carolina FC over this team and Memphis. Looking for Perez. And Kasim will try to clean it up. Looking for Dean initially, and now Eli Cronali. Pretty good ball into space. Back to Kasim. Kasim's got Brett making a far post run. He'll try to send it all the way over there through him. Brotherton touches it. The bench right there thought Pekka had fouled. Perez goes down. Lopez comes in hard. And Lopez will get a warning, and that will be it at the moment.
Yeah, that's interesting. We see here Manny's trying to shield the ball and take it to the outside, and Mikey Lopez just comes straight through him. But I think the Birmingham coaches were upset that the referee didn't call the previous foul on Bruno Lappa there. It was sort of the same situation.
That replay presented by Select PT. Connor Donovan. The shape right now of Birmingham Legion FC, it's strong. I'll tell you what, they are connected.
Yes, they're organized, absolutely. Difficult to break down. You can tell me North Carolina FC hasn't had any real chances. No, not even any real half chances.
Pekka looked like he was fouled. Referee letting him play, though. I'll give him that. Lopez will go back to Van Oekel. That one out of bounds and back to North Carolina FC. DJ Taylor getting an assist from the subs. They're sitting in the stands, following every precaution by the book. 36 minutes in. Comcia. Pekka shows, not really open, so they'll go back to Manny Perez. The Perez and Lopez matchup's going to be a good one here.
It is, and Mikey Lopez has done a good job so far. He's not letting Manny get in behind him, not letting him get those big touches into space, which is key, because as soon as Manny Perez gets ahead of steam, you know he's tough to stop.
Barry trying to post up. And it'll go out of bounds, and they'll say back to Birmingham Legion FC. They lead it 2-0. Aetna is a CVS health company. Together they are transforming the healthcare experience. They provide nearly 47 million people with innovative benefit options to help them on their path to better health. Aetna offers a range of traditional, voluntary, and consumer-directed health products. These include medical, pharmacy, dental, vision, and behavioral health plans. To learn more, go to Aetna.com. Solid beard work there by Mr. Van Oekel.
Always. I've seen it bigger than that. He can definitely get it going in the beard department for sure.
Comcia. He and Brotherton were the combo. Connor Donovan, big pickup with local ties, played at NC State, and now Comcia is going to try to take advantage of getting in there anywhere he can, right?
Yeah, for sure. I know he's been frustrated, not being in the lineup, but that's the game, right? Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out, and anytime you get a chance to play, whether it's in your natural position or somewhere else, you've got to take advantage of it. And he's done a good job so far on the defensive side. Obviously, he doesn't bring as much going forward. That's just not who he is as a player, but I think he's been very solid so far.
Alex Cronali comes forward, and he's fouled there by Robbie Cristo. Robbie Cristo reconnected with North Carolina FC assistant coach, new assistant coach, Mike McGinty, who you know really well.
Yeah, McGinty's a Wake alum, but he coached Robbie Cristo at St. Louis in college, so I think they're hoping McGinty would come in and light a fire under Robbie, knowing him a little bit better.
That Replay brought to you by Select PT. During this unprecedented time, Select Physical Therapy is focused on your safety while you heal from an injury or a chronic condition. As they try to get it to Manny Perez, it'll roll out of bounds. As an essential component of healthcare, our centers remain open and offer a clean, safe place for you to receive care. Additionally, Select PT now offers tele-rehab, so you may easily connect with one of their licensed therapists through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant. To find a location near you or schedule an appointment, please visit selectphysicaltherapy.com. That's selectphysicaltherapy.com. The NCFC Trust Select Physical Therapy. So can you. Eli Cronali, all Big Ten player after transferring in from Belmont Abbey to Maryland, where his brother left as the Big Ten Defender of the Year. Here's Perez. Perez over to Crystal, taken away there by Bolu Akinyoti. Lapa back to Bolu Akinyoti, who looks pretty comfortable at center back.
He does. He's looked very good.
Good ball forward. Nice drop there by Barry, but making the run back is Dean. Dean is all over the field.
Yeah, it was good cover there from Dean. Interesting to see him in that interior position. We've seen him at outside back earlier in the season, but he has gotten on the score sheet as well. He's just super active, covers a lot of ground.
All right, here comes Manny Perez. Let's see if he can dance. That long stride like a gazelle. And I'm guessing that was a pass. I'm not quite sure, Austin.
Yeah, it's not the pass he wanted. We know that. But that's got to be better for Manny Perez, that final product. It's exactly the type of situation you want to see him in, with space in front of him, getting down that right side, and the cross just has to be better.
This Birmingham Legion team can hurt you. They beat Memphis to start the season 3-0. They scored 2 against Charleston. They scored 4 after losing here 2 weeks ago against Charlotte. And down a man, they were able to get the equalizer in extra time in their last game against Charlotte. This is a good side, and they've got a 2-0 lead right now.
Yeah, it is. We talked a little bit about that fluidity they have between those front 4 players, and even the guys behind them, like Dean getting involved in the attack, Mikey Lopez picking up a goal last game, so they're getting it from a lot of different places. But just dangerous, and they also look super organized on the defensive side tonight. There's a reason that they're top of the group.
Cronali a little reckless as Barry goes down. They'll play on Miller. Miller's got Cristo in the box, deflected. Bolu Akinyoti as Haji Barry is back up now. Birmingham Legion FC going the other way. Looks like Barry's okay. Cervania got the first one for Birmingham Legion FC. Good deflection there by Pekka.
Yeah, we got Cronali down behind the ball.
So Alex Cronali in the 18. They'll knock it out of bounds. Fair play, and they will check on him. I'll tell you what, I want to thank all the sponsors, but you think about Larry's Coffee, they might need a little bit of that in the locker room here for North Carolina FC to get going.
I could use some too. It's late. But yeah, North Carolina FC is going to have to make some adjustments at halftime if it stays 2-0. I'm not sure what happened there with Cronali. It looked like just no contact. Don't want to speculate, but anytime you see a no contact injury, you got to worry a little bit.
See the training staff for Birmingham Legion FC. Van Okel, conversation with the referee, Matt Franz, Jeremy Smith, Caleb Fearing on the lines. Your fourth official is William Steffen. That is the officiating crew here.
I had a nice conversation with the referee prior to the game. He said he missed me. I said, there's absolutely no way that's true.
See, that's the kind of good humor that Austin DeLuz brings up to the broadcast booth. Who, yeah, it was pointed out. Obviously, we're having some fun with Ryan Jernigan and the Oak City supporters. I want to say hello to all the great dead whales, that as they're also known. And He was reminding you that you did receive a few cards wearing the North Carolina FC uniform.
One or two. I told the referee prior to the game that my mental health has improved drastically in the last 7 or 8 months.
There you go. We do want to again say hello to your beautiful bride who is about ready to have your first child, Austin. That'll be exciting. We take a look here and see why he got the yellow card. That's why right there is he came right across Barry and Barry went down.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Leg comes up. Catches Barry in the middle of the stomach there. It's got to hurt a little bit, but yeah, yellow card's probably the right call.
Well, and really, all kidding aside, I like the way he came back to it. He let him play, let the attack continue, and then came back and gave the card.
Yeah, it was well done.
You heard it here, folks.
you did that on purpose, didn't you?
Taylor over to Pekka.
Just trying to get me to say something nice about the referee.
There you go. All even now.
Yep.
Fortune coming all the way back to get a touch. Fortune. Perez. Garcia. One back by Fortune. He can hit it from here. Said he'll drop it to Barry. Barry turns into trouble, stays with it. Barry's quick. I mean, he's lightning fast, right? Even when he loses a ball, poof, he's right there.
Yeah, he is. He's dangerous. There's a reason he's scored so many goals in USL over the last few years.
Kasim is down now. Got to remember, we had that 90-minute delay, although I do want to point out that it wasn't like they started, went back in. It was pretty well structured as far as, all right, we've got this situation on the radar. We've got some lightning in the area, and they just said, you know, let's go 90 minutes.
Yeah, knock on wood that we don't get shut down here again. Birmingham went through that with their last game at Charlotte, delayed prior to the game, and then 2 more stops during the game. Never easy.
5 minutes of added time. Here's Brotherton. Finds Cristo. Bolu Akinyoti has had Crystal's number so far. Crystal comes back to win it. It's knocked to the ground, and he will earn an Alpaca free kick. Alpaca, the sponsor of the free kicks, reminding you, just like with the Jasmine and Olives corner kick, if NCFC scores from a free kick or a corner kick, you get a buy one, get one half off at Alpaca and Jasmine and Olives, which sounds pretty tasty right about now.
Yeah, I could use some alpaca right now.
This portion of the game brought to you by Citrix. We thank Citrix and all the great sponsors of North Carolina FC for their continued support during these unprecedented times. Fortune looking to find Brotherton. And they'll say off of Birmingham Legion FC, so it'll be a Jasmine and Olives corner kick. Trey Fortune running over to take it.
NCFC would love to steal one here before half, go into the half with a little bit of momentum.
Driven in. Smoked there by Pekka. Goes off of Brett. Boy, Pekka absolutely smoked it. He almost had a collision there with Taylor.
Yeah, it's a big block by Brett here at the end of the half.
That was hit well. I think that was going to be on frame.
Yeah, it looked good. Definitely made good contact with it.
Ironically, we mentioned the fun on Instagram we had with Ryan Jernigan, who is such a great fan. And he talked about the fact that Pekka needed to put one on frame, and I think he may have done one there, but Brett was right in the way. Donovan. Rough start for North Carolina FC, coming off back-to-back 1-0 wins. Tambakis, 17 clean sheets in his short tenure for North Carolina FC, but loose ball across. The youngster Jaden Servania, 1-0. A few minutes later, Brotherton puts out his hand. Nico Brett steps up from the penalty spot, and that's the deal. 2-0 Birmingham Legion FC on top. Ooh, Pekka comes in hard on Servania. Alex Cornali, who was down earlier, is back up.
I'd like to see that, though, from Pekka, right? It's a little bit of intensity, some energy, trying to get the boys going with a big tackle. It was a clean one.
It was clean. And everything you said, the adjectives in front of that tackle are appropriate right now, right? Because they need a spark.
Yeah, they need something. They need somebody to lift them a little bit.
Ooh, hard tackle coming in from Eli Cronali, who I think's looked pretty good here. He came on as a sub the first time around here. Remember, they only had 10 players, but he's been solid in the middle of the park for Birmingham Legion FC.
Yeah, he and Dean have done a great job in there, just being industrious and covering ground, winning loose balls and connecting with those attacking front four.
Yeah, Dean's solid in the middle. I mentioned those 4 assists. Sometimes you will see him out wide, but he also plays more in the middle, so I want to clarify that. Here's Miller, will come all the way back to Brotherton. Now Donovan. Halfway through the 5 minutes of added time, couple goals and a hydration break. The injury to Cronali adds up to 5 minutes. Stay with us for the Aetna halftime show. That will include some great work, as always, from the USL Championship production team. Love their work. Take a look at the top highlights and great saves, big-time goals.
Yeah, everything's just a little bit slow here for me. I'd like to see the ball move a little bit quicker, like we keep saying. A little bit more energy, intensity, urgency.
All excellent points by Austin DeLuz, who continues to get high marks for his work in the broadcast booth, including high marks from Neil Morris. That's not an easy feat, by the way.
No, it's not. I'm shocked. I'm actually think that might be a bad sign, because Neil's such a contrarian that if he's telling me I'm doing a good job, it might be the opposite.
There is the halftime whistle. And what a performance by that young man, Jaden Cervania. Got the first one and then a penalty kick. Quick comment, Kyle Lang. Matt Van Oekel's team leads North Carolina FC 2-0.
Yeah, a good half for Birmingham. They look really solid on both sides of the ball. They got the 2 goals that they wanted and have kept North Carolina FC from getting any real chances. And like we said, they're going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime to stay in this game.
Stay with us for the Aetna halftime show. Right now, the score through 45, Birmingham Legion FC 2 and North Carolina FC 0.
We see you, doing your part by looking out for all of us. And though you may have lost sight of your own well-being, Aetna never did. By setting up virtual monitoring for chronic patients, 24-hour telemedicine visits, and mental health resources for everyone, we're always here to help you focus on your health. Because it's always time for care.
In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's Got to Be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made in North Carolina.
Baker Roofing was founded in 1950, and for over 100 years, our guiding principle has been always good work. Through the years, we've honed the craftsmanship and artistry it takes to create a roof that looks great and stands the test of time. Our crews bring decades of experience to each project, and we draw on that experience to ensure our work meets or exceeds expectations. At Baker Roofing, we will always do good work.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
After a 90-minute delay because of lightning, Birmingham Legion FC came out with a little bit of a spark. They got a goal from their youngster, Jaden Cervania, and then a penalty kick. It's 2-0 as part of our Aetna halftime report. And that is the Wake Orthopedic scoreboard. 2-0 Birmingham Legion FC on top. Alongside the great Austin DeLuz, I'm Dean Linke. And wow, after that 90-minute delay, the visitors looked ready.
Yeah, they came out ready to play. You know, they worked their way into the game. First 20 minutes was a little bit back and forth. But, man, those 2 goals came quick, and Birmingham looked really sharp. And after the goals, did a great job of staying organized and limiting the chances from North Carolina FC. There just was not much going for North Carolina FC in the attack.
We're here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. No fans as North Carolina using all of the COVID protocol. The entire USL Championship as well using all of the appropriate protocol to get back into play, back into action. Let's take a look.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. George Champus from Northwestern and U.S. Soccer's Chief Medical Officer joins me. The protocols that were created in the case of the USL Championship and USL League One takes well over 50 pages to document. Describe the USL Championship's particular return to play and the role that you played in helping to craft those guidelines.
Yeah, obviously the credit goes to USL. The credit goes to USL, their owners, all the staff, really putting in the work, getting on calls multiple times a week with other leagues, but also recognizing that all the leagues can't be the same. And all recognizing that the elements are different for each of them. And I think it's important to touch on that because it's important for us to be able to create a mitigation strategy, layers of protection that our players are comfortable with, that our public are comfortable with, while respecting the virus. So USL has done a tremendous job. They've invested a lot of time and energy consulting with others to be able to put this forth. Hopefully I was a conduit and someone who provided, that medical expertise and brought everybody together. And if we can all come out of this safe and be able to show a model, not only for sport, but for public, that would be a great outcome.
Back here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, our Aetna halftime show. North Carolina FC 0, Birmingham Legion FC with 2. This is so important as you take a look at the standings. Keep in mind that North Carolina FC has 3 games in hand, but if you added it up right now, Birmingham Legion FC would be sitting at 17, Austin.
Yeah, it's a big gap. Even with those games in hand, that's a lot of points to make up. And we talked about the importance of every single game between these two teams who expect to be at the top of this group. And tonight, Birmingham's looking like the team that wants it a little bit more.
Standings are sponsored by CII Technology Solutions. Now let's take a look at the out-of-town scores brought to you by Chala Law. And how about this one? 5 goals, Charlotte and Memphis.
Yeah, that's an interesting result there. It's 2 teams that are really battling to get back into the mix in this group. And Charlotte has had trouble lately closing games out. We saw against Birmingham last week. So let's see if they can ride this one out for the next 10 minutes and pick up a huge 3 points.
Our associate producer, Brian Ware, putting together some impressive notes and news on the USL Championship. There might not be anybody better than B. Ware as Tampa Bay running away with Group H, which you think about that comeback 2-2 score after the return from the COVID break. Tampa Bay is rolling. You see San Antonio. And how about Pittsburgh? The babyface assassin Robbie Mertz and Dos Santos each scoring a brace. They've scored 8 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah, Bob Lilly always finds a way to get it done up there in Pittsburgh. They're always, they're about the top of the USL standings, and they're doing it now again. So I'd expect them to be in the mix for the championship at the end of the season.
Other big story, Martin Rennie, former coach here, was the USL Championship Coach of the Month. Tyler Pasher, the Player of the Month. Devin Sandoval also played here. He had the Goal of the Month, and Ben Bury had the Save of the Month. Those are your USL storylines. USL Championship, League One, everybody off and running. Great soccer indeed. We're going to step aside and we'll be back with the first half highlights. Birmingham Legion FC 2, North Carolina FC 0.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
How's it going?
Good. I'm just working on some IRB stuff.
Your office, wherever you are. Let's make working from anywhere work for you.
There's a special place just for kids, where inpatient, outpatient, and children's emergency care comes from people who love what they do, almost as much as who they do it for. WakeMed Children's. Your kids, your choice.
Selling your home often comes at a cost. Many realtors charge commissions of 6%, which seriously cuts into your profits. But with Daymark Realty, part of Coastal Credit Union, you can sell for an unbelievably low commission rate of 4.5%. Plus, professional staging and photography are included. Find out how Daymark and Coastal have saved members millions in fees and offer a better way to bank.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. Usually a great home for North Carolina FC, but through 45, not so great. They trail Birmingham Legion FC by a score of 2-0. Dean Linke back with the former face of the franchise, Ponce de Leon, number 6, Austin Deleuze. And if you're Dave Sarakin, what are you saying right now?
You're just trying to get into the guys, I think, just trying to get them to wake up. Again, the energy, urgency, everything needs to just be raised. A performance like that at home especially is going to be disappointing for him. So just anything he can do to get the guys to wake up and start the second half, just with more energy.
All right, Austin, let's put you to work and show you the Continental Tire first half highlights. Go to work, AD.
Yeah, we see here early on Haji Berry into Robbie Christo, a little bit of combination play, and Robbie gets a shot off, but not going to beat Matt Van Oekel from there unless it's a really, really special strike. So a half chance early on, but not much. And here's Prosper Kasim working down that side. He lays it across the top of the box, and there's Jaden Servania to just slot it home. A deflection off of Sam Brotherton, but he made good contact. He did what he needed to do, and that's a big, big moment for the young attacker, Jaden Servania. And here's the next play just a minute or so later. Roof coming down the right side, and Sam Brotherton's arms just hanging out behind him, and a difficult one, but at the end of the day, it's a handball. You can see the frustration there. And Nico Brett, the veteran, comes up and slots it home. Alex Tambakis dives the wrong way. And just like that, Birmingham's up 2-0. NCFC here trying to get something going off a corner kick. Pekka with a big strike, makes really good contact, but Nico Brett with a huge block at the end of the first half to keep it 2-0.
Take a look at the Select PT halftime stats. Possession in favor of North Carolina FC, but the scoreboard says something different.
Yeah, a lot of possession, but just not doing much with it. All the possession is in the back third, middle third. Not enough penetration in that final third. They got to start moving the ball quicker, taking chances, creating better quality chances. They got to make some changes to get back in this game.
As we see both teams back out onto this beautiful field that was able to take a ton of rain. There's DJ Taylor with a little word to the man upstairs. They need that and some more, as Alex Tambakis saw two get by him. You saw that brilliant strike from Cervani, nothing he can do, and then Brett hammering it home on the PK as Tambakis guessed the wrong way. We want to thank Aetna for bringing us the halftime show, and here we go. Austin Deleuze. We'll see what kind of answer there is. Right now, it does not look like Dave Sarakin has made any changes. Pettis still in there. Fortune's still in there. Pekka, Christo, and Barry over on the far side trying to find Stephen Miller. Want to make sure, perhaps.
I think it is going to be Daniele Pro coming in right now.
There you go. So Daniele Pro for Stephen Miller. How about that change?
Yeah, that's interesting. But Dave did talk to us earlier today how he's not afraid to make changes if they're needed, and they're absolutely needed tonight.
So Stephen Miller, who was wearing the captain's armband, will try to figure out who might be wearing the armband now. Nazbi Abadawi is on the bench and available to come in. He would be a logical choice. Trying to figure out who's got the armband on now. Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Daniele Proke. The word is nobody has an armband at the moment as Proke comes down and draws a yellow card there. There it is, Sam Brotherton wearing the captain's armband. Good leader back there.
He is, yeah. Vocal leader, good organizer. Proke getting involved early here. Welcome to the game, Mr. Proke.
Yeah, right in. And Bolu Akinyoti got a red the last time here. Will now get a yellow card. Donovan and Akinyoti having comments. Started here, went down to Nashville, just kept heading south. Now in Birmingham. Fortune taking the Alpaca free kick. I want to thank Alpaca and all the great sponsors of North Carolina FC. Fortune. This would be huge here if he can find the head of Christo or Brotherton, any of them. Comcia. And a little bit of collision there as Lopez rolling around. That was Donovan.
Yeah, we see here Dre hangs this one up in the back post for Connor Donovan, and he just comes in and catches Mikey Lopez in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, obviously never want to take chances with the head. I'm not sure how that's a yellow card. I mean, it's just two players going up for the ball, right? There's no intent, nothing malicious from Connor there.
So Donovan gets the card, and you can tell by his body language he feels exactly the way you do, Austin.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I mean, you can see here they're both going straight up. There's nothing there for me to make that a yellow card.
The replay brought to you by Select PT. Pretty good look at it, and you can see Dave Sarakin not happy about it either. So
you can hear his frustration there. It is an interesting call. I'm not even sure it's a foul, to be honest, but now Connor's going to have to play a little bit more careful for the second half here. You never like to see one of your center backs playing on a yellow card for an extended period of time.
Donovan will make his way back in. And apparently he did that too early as well. Now he'll come back in. Over the head of Perez and out of bounds. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. They've got some work to do here. 49 minutes in, it's 2-0 Birmingham Legion FC on top of North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Dave Sarakin handles this. I would imagine he'll give this group a few more minutes to try to make something happen and give him an indication that they're working back into this game. And if he doesn't see what he likes, he'll probably start making more changes, I would say, within the next 10-15 minutes.
Keep an eye out for that. You're hearing the wisdom of Austin DeLuz, former number 6, Wake Forest's all-time assist leader. Long run here for North Carolina FC. In fact, you were part of the name change under the new ownership of Steve Malik, who really has been a phenomenal owner, bringing championship-level play here. Of course, winning a couple titles on the women's side, NWSL, North Carolina Courage.
Yeah, Steve has just brought so much life to the soccer community here in the Triangle, especially with the Courage, as you said. Just an unbelievable run over the last few years. Really special team.
Taylor dropping it. And before Perez can get to it, Lopez will knock it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick, North Carolina FC.
It's a little bit better from NCFC. DJ getting down on that left side, getting the early ball in, looking for Manny Perez on the back post. See if they can build on it.
Another Jasmine and Olive's corner kick. Dre Fortune, both hands in the air. Here he goes. Fortune, lofted ball, and a good one. Finding Donovan, but not on frame. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Dave Sarakin's North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. I want to say hello to the great followers, the Oak City supporters, the Renegados, the Dead Whales. They were active on social media. They were ready to go, Austin DeLuz.
Yeah, they were. You could tell how much they miss being here. I know they used to enjoy those weather delays because they'd sit out in the parking lot and continue their partying.
Barry will give it to Taylor. Taylor stays with it. Left back, right back, it doesn't matter. DJ Taylor with his left foot looking for Cristo. Headed out of there by Alex Cronali. It'll be a throw in for Taylor.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the second half from DJ on that left side. He's bringing a little bit of that energy that we talked about, trying to make something happen.
Fortune back to Taylor. Taylor again with his left foot. Daniele Proke. He just buzzes all over the place, and Dave Sarakin, high praise for Proke earlier this week.
Yeah, he's built their trust, right? He's shown his consistency in training. He's shown that he deserves to be on the field, and they're giving him more minutes. He's very active in that attacking third. He's crafty, he's clever.
What time is it in Italy right now? That I do not know, but I got a feeling his family is watching.
Good morning, maybe? I don't know. Probably not that far ahead.
So the word is it's 3:45 in the morning over in Daniele Proke's home country, Italy. Brotherton, 53rd minute. Donovan. Crystal. Back to Proke. Here comes North Carolina FC. Barry's open. Proke, little step over and runs right in to the brick wall known as Alex Cronali. Cervania feeling it. Gives it back to Brotherton. Better indeed, Austin Deleuze from North Carolina FC.
Yeah, definitely better.
DJ Taylor gets it back on his right foot, trying to find Fortune. Read perfectly, and the bomb from distance there by Pekka, not on frame.
Yeah, it was definitely better stuff there. I loved that entry ball from Connor Donovan, driven into Robbie Christo's chest, and he knocked it down for Daniele Proc and just couldn't make anything happen with it, but definitely better play.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. The scoreboard says Birmingham Legion FC 2, North Carolina FC 0. An all-important Group G match between the top two teams at the moment. Birmingham Legion FC, 14 points. Although they played 3 more games than North Carolina FC. North Carolina FC back-to-back 1-0 wins. And that tie against Tampa sitting at 7 points after way back when. When was that, Austin Deleuze? When Louisville on your debut up here in the booth.
Yeah, was that 5 years ago?
Boy, I tell you what, it does feel that way, doesn't it?
I remember it was a nice sunny day.
A lot has changed since then as we salute all of the frontline workers and hospitals and the medical personnel for doing their best during these unprecedented times. Fortune's got a little extra pep here in the second half as well. Donovan will knock that off of Kassim. Sam Brotherton, feel bad for him. As you said, that go by Cervania deflected off of him, and then the hand just kind of wandering there. Unlucky, really.
Yeah, just unlucky. Couple of plays, couple of minutes. Nothing you really could have done about either one.
Yeah.
Obviously, he would have liked to get the block on the first one, but he got a piece of it, and it ended up in the back of the net.
Sam Brotherton wearing the captain armband as we've got another Jasmine and Olives corner kick. If NCFC can score, and they need to score, it's a buy one, get one half opportunity brought to you by Jasmine and Olives. Matt Van Okel and Robbie Christo going at it. Christo releases. That allows Donovan to fly in. It'll fall deep. Pekka then knocked off the ball, an extra touch, and here comes the transition now for Brett and Birmingham Legion FC. They are off to the races. Kassim calling for it. Puts his hand up. He's made a good run, pretty good ball, and he's got it in the 18. Dean will switch it. Brett trying to deflect it off of Taylor, and Taylor will send it forward. Barry there now. Pekka over to Fortune. Will we see Nazmi Abadawi working his way back from injury? He's available on the bench. Great job by Lopez. He has been ready for this matchup against Perez.
Yeah, he's been quite good back there. It's a good counter from Birmingham there. Nico Brett with a really nice crossfield ball to Prosper Kassim, but couldn't make anything happen with it.
Taylor, the overlapping run from Barry. Daniele Proc showing. Barry stays with it. It'll be knocked out of bounds. Another corner kick, North Carolina FC.
I like that from Haji Barry. Taking people on inside the box.
Making a run is Donovan. He was open for a second, but Barry gives it back to Dre Fortune. There's the captain, Nazmi Abadawi. So great to have him back here. Used to come to the games back in the Carolina Railhawks days as a fan and has been a staple with the franchise after spending some time with Cincinnati at Major League Soccer.
Definitely good to have him home. I know you've seen the video of the the first goal Kapono scored for the club with Nazmi Al-Badawi in the stands cheering him on.
Called that goal, left-footed thunder. Perez, good ball across. Oh, Cristo did what he needed to do, right? Thinking first time with it, thinking volley, but just didn't connect with the ball.
Yeah, that's good. Here's Manny again, 1v1. This time he gets good service into the box. And Robbie Cristo, it's a difficult one because he's coming away from the goal and he just can't wrap his foot around it to put it on frame. But again, it's better. They're building on it, building on that momentum.
Really nice ball from Manny Perez as Matt Van Oekel, who has been doing quite a bit of jawing with the official, Matt Franz. And he'll get the yellow card for Matt Van Oekel.
Yeah, Matt Van Oekel taking his time on these goal kicks. A little bit too much time.
You hear the big booming voice, another staple, Mark Calloway, the PA announcer. Mikey Lopez. That's Daniele Proch who got involved there. See, it turns back into Dean. Dean's got an engine on him, folks. Donovan. Dean is flying all over this field.
He is, yeah, he's like the Energizer Bunny, right? Just never stops.
And it looks like Tom Sohn is going to make a change as we see a player getting ready to put on his game jersey. There's Proch again. And Proch taken down by Lopez. So now Lopez is going to get a yellow card for multiple infractions there. So
yeah, that's the way Mikey plays. He walks that line. You can see here the ball comes free. Daniele Proch picks it up, and Mikey Lopez tries to make the sliding tackle and just comes in late.
Studs were open there too, weren't they? They were up.
He's one to keep an eye on for the rest of this game because he's, like I said, that's the way he plays.
I wonder if that changes what Tom Sohn was thinking about doing because of the yellow. We'll see, as former Michigan Wolverine by way of Providence, where his head coach Shaka Daly brought him with him to Ann Arbor. Ugarte getting ready to check in. Donovan. And now Perez. Perez. This time Lopez digs in on him. Yellow or not, Lopez keeps bringing it, doesn't he?
Always.
62nd minute. North Carolina FC trying to pull one back. They're down 2. Cervania and Brett with the goals for the visitors from Birmingham. Looking for Cristo, handled there by Bolu Akinyoti. 4 or 5-star performance out of 5 from this man, Bolu Akinyoti, so far.
Yep. He's been quality back there.
So we understand the first goal scorer, Cervania, will be the player that is coming out for Marcos Ugarte as they play it forward to Brett. Austin, I got to ask you, great atmosphere during your college days, great atmosphere here with the Oak City supporters. Normally, under these conditions, because of COVID-19, do you feel it as a player when you don't have the great fans the entire time? Is there a difference?
Yeah, I think so. You know, when the stands are empty, there's just no replacing that feeling that you get from a full stadium, right? We see here Birmingham on the counter.
Lapa! And, oh, good idea. Kind of cheeky as Tambakis was way out. He was in danger land right there for sure. But Tambakis able to handle that attempt from Bruno Lapa, who was trying to chip him but couldn't get under it.
Yeah, we were talking about atmosphere, and there's no replacing that energy that you get from the fans, right? No matter what, it's always going to feel a little bit less intense when the stands are empty. So you've got to sort of manufacture that atmosphere for yourself, and that's hard to do. You know, you've got to motivate yourself.
Lopez, good work by Alex Comcia to handle that. Now Fortune will find Manny Perez. Perez can do it by himself. Here he goes. Oh, and the touch gets away from him. He was going to go the entire distance right there.
Yeah, we've seen him do it before. Again, that's just that little bit of sharpness that he's not finding right now.
So Ugarte, as we told you, coming in for Cervania, and Wright also coming in, and that tells me Tom Sohn is looking for more here. Both these players very much attack-oriented players.
Yeah, quality players. Seeing a little bit of Birmingham's depth.
Can you imagine grinding through this one, 2-0, you're trying to keep your head up, and then in steps the beast of a man, number 7, Wright. He is a handful.
He is, yeah. They're going to look to play off of him and just get the ball into that attacking half and try to keep possession of it up there and kill the game that way.
So we'll see how that combination between Brett and Wright works. Fortune, as we're now in the 65th minute.
A good shift there, though, from Bruno Lapa and Jaden Cervania, especially Cervania, the young player, only 19 years old, to get a goal in a big game like this is great. Going to do wonders for his development.
Phenomenal shift, you're right. Taylor, back over to Barry. Barry's first touch lets him down. Ugarte just into the game, trying to find the other player just into the game. Right, comes all the way back to Boluak and Yodi, who actually had a nice touch over to Lopez. Kasim will switch the point of attack. And now here's Wright. He's got Brett on his left, overlapping run coming, and Brotherton gets a piece of it. Let's see if North Carolina FC can go the other way. Perez looking for options. Pekka will supply one. Daniele Proke. Brotherton. DJ Taylor. He's on the left. Right side, Manny Perez is open. He saw that and tried to get it to him. You saw it too, didn't you, Austin?
Yeah, it looked like it was going to come off, and DJ's finding a lot of success on that left side right now. This time, I think it's one of the first times we've seen DJ come back onto his right foot, and he gets that chipped ball to the back post for Manny Perez, and Mikey Lopez again is in the right place.
There's Marios Lomas back with the club as the Jasmine and Olives corner kick taken by Fortune. Loose in front. Good job climbing the ladder over there on the far side is Brotherton.
Yeah, Sam gets his head to that one. It's a good ball. Couldn't generate enough power.
Fortune gets another opportunity. Goes back to Brotherton. And now Brett will just clear it. Fans, follow North Carolina FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and so much more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Daniele Proke will give it back to the speedy Barry. He'll cut back in on his right foot. Proke back to Barry. Can he chase it down? He can, but Van Okel will clean it up. Once again, I want to thank the North Carolina FC sponsors for their support in bringing you this game. Great work by Kurt Johnson, the president GM, Pete Chandra, Kyle Prairie, and the entire staff. And as you see, Brett knock down Donovan.
That's well done there from Connor Donovan, battling with Wright.
So it was Wright who knocked down Donovan. Check that. Good work, Austin. Here's Barry. Donovan's got Comcia on his right side. Goes back to his fellow center back, Brotherton. Barry receives it here. Gives it back to Fortune. Pekka shows, wearing that 7 jersey. Ben Spies will be the next sub for Dave Sarakin. Taylor, they try to find Christo. Austin, you're so great at usually knowing who Dave Sarakin is going to sub out. What's your guess here?
I was just thinking, I was trying to figure it out. It could be, it could be Dre Fortune. It could be Robbie Christo. It could be Manny Perez. I think it's going to be Manny. Oh, I was wrong.
Haji Berry.
Haji Berry. He was not on my list, was he?
He was not.
I was just trying to say everybody. Eventually, I was going to get it right.
You should have said Kyle Lang.
Yeah. See Kyle come in. That'd be great. Yeah, but this is good for Ben Spies. He's going to come into his natural sort of attacking midfield in the middle of the park area.
So Ben Spies comes in. Kyle Lang, our great producer. Joe Ferrara, outstanding work directing. Taylor Hoggard, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, cameras Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Newworth, Noah Seidenberg, Tim Arms making it look really pretty. Great crew as always. Top shelf. Right foot all the way across, and Perez on his head. They're starting to look for Perez left to right, and Perez is there.
Yeah, they're having success down that left side. That's where Ben Spies just came in and took up that space, and a really good first ball in from him. And this is a difficult header. It's a long way out for a header. Manny Perez can't keep it on frame. You'd like to see him sort of head that down into the ground. Just give it a chance. But again, a difficult one. The ball's coming in at pace and still a long way from the goal.
Sia wins it to Donovan. Donovan. That's a solid touch there by Kasim to slow that down. Eli Cronali. Pekka takes him down. I understand, Austin Deleuze, as someone who played against Maryland, you don't like me giving the Terps a lot of love, but this kid's been good.
He has. I have no problem giving him credit when it's due, but I do know you love your Big Ten boys.
Kasim to right. Right is onside. Kasim, great ball, far side. And now numbers are decent for North Carolina FC. They need to get going. Daniele Proc will give it back to Fortune. Fortune will move forward. Fortune looking for somebody open, so now he's going to spin back around. It's Pekka time. North Carolina FC gets organized offensively, but it also allows Birmingham Legion FC to get those 2 lines of 4 back.
You can see they're still working on that left side, just trying to find a way through. They've had a lot of success there over the last 10, 15 minutes.
Donovan. So Donovan. Boy, Mikey Lopez is all over Manny Perez. Way up the field as well.
Yeah, he's sticking to him pretty tight.
DJ Taylor, good job chesting it down, squares it. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
DJ's a little bit frustrated with himself there on the service. I think, you could see he wants to get that ball sort of in between the back line and the goalkeeper. That's where the danger is.
So Ben Spies, see what he can do with this corner kick. Spies curls it in. Pekka dials one up. It'll go off the bottom of the foot there of Brett. Looks like Abadawi and Lomas both may come in next opportunity, and they got to go for it, right? So it certainly makes sense. They need 2, and they need 2 quickly as the clock's starting to be the enemy here for the home team, North Carolina FC, down 2.
Yeah, you can see bringing those 2 in. The urgency that Dave feels to go after this game. We keep harping on it, but these are the 2 teams that are going to be battling for that top spot. And we saw the gap, even though there is a few games in hand, that gap in points. If you add 3 more to it after this game, it starts to look pretty big.
So this will lead to an Alpaca free kick. If North Carolina FC can put one in the back of the net, fans will get a buy one, get one half off from Alpaca. As you see, the former Michigan Wolverine.
Another one, huh?
74th minute. To be fair, I like all of them. I like all the teams. Big proponent of college soccer, big proponent of USL Championship. Like my seat. Great to be with you, by the way, Austin Deleuze.
Always a pleasure.
Pekka with Spies. Spies will step over it. Pekka playing play. Struck there, just bounced up maybe just a little too high for Fortune.
Yeah, that's a tough ball in. Nicely choreographed play there. I think, you know, Dre did get free at the top of the box, but that ball in is going to be difficult to finish, bouncing from outside the 18.
So Abadawi is going to come on and get the captain's armband from Brotherton, and Lomas is going to come on as well. It looks like Manny Perez is going to stay in, so Lomas I think is going to come on for Cristo, I believe. We'll confirm that. There he is, so Robbie Cristo is going to come out for Lomas. So meanwhile, Tom Sohn's team, North Carolina FC's looked better, but still not as good as Tom Sohn's team here today.
Yeah, I mean, Birmingham has their goals that they need, and they're doing a good job of just absorbing pressure and not giving up anything clear-cut. I'm sure they'd like to have the ball more and to be playing in the attacking half more, but I think they're going to be happy with the way things are going. And North Carolina FC, like we've said, 15 minutes to get back into this one, and they're throwing everything at it with the changes that they're making.
This hydration break brought to you by Chala Law. We'll see if Dave Sarakin can come up with some answers with these changes here as Nazmi Abadawi back out there. No matter where the summer takes you, Continental Tire provides the confidence to get you there for any surface and every season. From passenger cars to light trucks, there's a Continental Tire that delivers superior performance. To find your ideal tire, visit ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, official sponsor of North Carolina FC. 76th minute. We'll have extended added time here because of that hydration break, but time to chop some wood here for the home team. Down 2 as this portion of the game brought to you by Continental Tire. And there's Marios Lomas. What does he bring now that he's back with the club?
He's just a goal scorer. You know, he brings a little bit something different than Robbie Cristo. Robbie Cristo's, you know, a target man, looking to play off him at all times. Marios, you know, he's crafty. He just finds ways to score goals. You know, it's hard to – guys like that can be frustrating. You just don't know where it comes from. It just seems to happen for them. But love having him on your team.
Taylor still over on that left side. Abadawi at the moment sitting pretty deep. Sitting where Pekka was.
Yeah, it was interesting talking to Marios about the reason that he came back, and he said in El Paso he started out playing in the number 9 where he feels most comfortable and just got moved around a little bit and didn't think it was going to be the most successful for him, so he had the opportunity to come back and was happy to take it. I know that NCFC is happy to have him back and get a little bit more depth in that forward area.
Great insight from former teammate of Lomas, Austin Deleuze. It's good to see you say hello to him as well from the perch before the pregame. You could tell as he actually got down on one knee to touch the grass here, right? He loves it here. What a great surface, yeah. Great stadium.
Everybody that comes here loves playing on this field.
Donovan mishit that one.
Yeah, Marios and I spent a lot of time together before practice on the soccer tennis court.
Teammates?
Sometimes we were teammates, not all the time. I'll tell you who's surprisingly quality on the soccer tennis court is Alex Tambakis.
Really?
Yeah.
Good little nugget. Lomas spinning with it. Lomas. Denied there by Lopez. I know Lopez has the yellow card, but he's also been very good, at least from my eye.
Yeah, he has. He's been very good next to Bolak and Yoda. That whole back four really kept things organized, really limited NCFC.
Just 4 goals on the season for North Carolina FC, and they need 5 and 6 here quickly. Abadawi, quick throw in. Good ball back to Brotherton. And Brotherton has it taken away by Eli Cronali, who is able to get by Abadawi. Brotherton cleans it back up. Now Donovan is down, and he'll get back up. Donovan will touch it back over to Dre Fortune. Daniele Proke has got speeds and support. Proke gonna make a move, and handled there by Van Okel. Voted as Raleigh's best orthopedic clinic, Wake Orthopedics is proud to serve the Wake County community with 6 convenient locations and ortho urgent care conveniently located in North Raleigh and flexible virtual visits. They provide care where you are. To learn more or to request an appointment, visit wakeortho.com. Brett scored the second one from the penalty spot. Scott Kasim. Kasim is in, and Tambakis guarding that near post. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick, Birmingham Legion FC.
It's a big-time save from Alex Tambakis, and that's what's going to happen here for the last 10 minutes is North Carolina FC kind of throws everything at this game, and here we see Prosper Kasim trying to find that near post, and Tambakis just stands up. Strong hands. Yeah, I mean, North Carolina FC's got 6 players on the field right now that are pretty purely attacking players. So there are going to be gaps going the other way.
So corner kick for Eli Cronali. Spinning around, really good ball in there. Trying to find Wright, who came off the bench. They'll say it went off of Wright, and it'll come back to Alex Tambakis. Tambakis coming off that sterling performance against Memphis. And, you know, as you start to analyze this, injuries are part of the game, but losing Akeem Ward has been really big. He was in great form.
He was, yeah. He just gives you so much going forward, right? He's just another body in that attacking area you have to worry about. So while Alex Comcia, I think, has been solid on the defensive side of the ball, it's just not quite the same.
Well, it's not the same because DJ Taylor's not on the other side, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Lopez. We've got a tough job as we start to think about the Aetna player of the game, and it's got to be North Carolina FC. And it's one of those situations where it's always tough. Even Dave Sarakin would admit when you're on the wrong end of the score line.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call, Dean. I can't wait to hear what you come up with.
There he goes, my partner, leaving me out on the island. I like it. You are always a step ahead of me. Spees, good ball in there to Van Okel. As Graham Smith looking to check back in. I don't know. I'm going to lean back on you, I think. And we got the Baker Roofing hardest working player of the game as well. And I feel like the team's working hard, trying to get back in it. It's particularly the first 10 minutes of the second half. They came out with that spark, but Birmingham Legion FC, you got to give them a whole lot of credit. They were ready for it.
Yeah, they've done exactly what they needed to do, especially on the road. To be able to absorb pressure without really cracking at any point is impressive.
Kasim So the Coastal Credit Union man of the match.
Yeah, if I had to pick somebody, I think it's difficult, like you said, when you're on the losing end. But I think Pekka was active and did a good job in the middle of the park there.
Great pick.
Tried to provide some energy.
Yep. Great pick, Austin. Pekka now on the bench, but was solid. Made way for Nazmi Abadawi. Is now Graham Smith will come in. As the sub brought to you by Aetna. And then you start to think about the Coastal Credit Union save of the match. Certainly that one by Tambakas near post to keep the scoreline 2-0 has got to be right up there.
Yeah, it's important. You know, 2-0 with about 10 minutes left is not impossible, but as soon as it goes 3, I think that's when heads start to go down.
O'Malley, limited contact, tried to make a meal out of it. The referee wasn't having it. The referee's been fairly consistent there as Abadawi gives it back to Ugarte. I feel like on the other side of it, as Bolu Akinyoti serves a pretty good ball to Mikey Lopez, if we were given the task of picking a man of the match for them, you got a lot of choices.
Yeah. They've been solid front to back. Some really good performances. I think, you know, we've said their names many times, but Bolu Akinyoti and Mikey Lopez, I think, have been standouts.
Manny Perez. Daniele Proke. Perez will chest it down. Looks like he may go the distance here. I like seeing that. Now we just need that spark, the whole 90, right, from number 2. Here's Ben Spees. Ben Spees taking the contact, going near post. And I will say this, Austin Deleuze, as we think about the Coastal Credit Union man of the match, and he's going to think I'm kidding, but I'm serious, knowing that we were able to, looks like, get this game in. Jorge Acuna, who does so much for the club, right? The VP of Broadcasting, making the decision with Keith Jenkins and the folks here at the town of Cary, that 90-minute delay, and everything's all good. He gets a vote.
I don't like to give him that much credit.
No.
His head gets too big, but he has done a good job. Man of the match, I'm not sure about, but he's done a good job.
Well, for the record, I did give him a vote. Of course, I won't get any credit for that, though, AD. Throw in for Lopez. Good move by Proke, using his body, and he's taken down again. And Lopez has got a yellow already. I'll tell you what, Lopez is saying he's diving. You're right. When you said he doesn't change yellow or no yellow, you weren't kidding, Austin.
Yeah, he walks that line always. And I'm not sure here we can see it again. Proke pokes, or Manny Perez pokes the ball away and Proke picks it up. I think actually Mikey was right about that one. He got the ball, he poked it away, and Proke kind of fell into him after the fact. So
yeah, excellent extra look there from Ian Lang, our great crew here. And you're right, a little bit of diving there from Proke. They got a decent swimming program. At Duke, as Fortune goes over, well struck by Fortune. That young man, I'll tell you, anything 30 and in can get it done. And there he is, as picked by Austin Deleuze, the man of the match presented by Coastal Federal Credit Union, Wellington Pekka.
Yeah, another good worker bee performance from Pekka.
Reminding everybody that Birmingham Legion FC was here 2 weeks ago, and in the first half, Stephen Miller, a breakaway. Bolu Akinyoti, former player for North Carolina FC, extended his hand, was sent to the showers with a red card. Game changed. Taylor and Fortune combined, and North Carolina FC, with that player advantage, shut down this team that now has 14 points since then. 2 wins and a tie, and looking like 3 wins and a tie. Birmingham Legion FC, led by Tom Sohn, they are off to the races.
They are. It's been a really good run for them. Put some distance between the rest of their group. And now it puts the pressure on North Carolina FC to go get results elsewhere. Starting on Wednesday here against Charlotte. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. Good job promoting the next game, Charlotte Independence. You can check it out on ESPN Plus, and locally, thank Capital Broadcasting and the great folks there. WRAL2, Tim Bacchus. Quick release here to Brotherton. You're probably going to have at least 5 minutes, I'm going to guess. So you still have 7 minutes, but Captain Obvious, you need to get one here in the next minute or 2 to even have a chance. Perez, back to Proke. Proke earns a throw in. It goes off of Bolu Akinyoti, who gets a few votes for me on the other side for the team in red.
Yeah, definitely a much more satisfying performance from him than 2 weeks ago.
Fortune. Taylor. Abadawi. Right back in. Lomas. Side of his foot, and they'll say off of North Carolina FC, and that'll give Matt Van Okel more time to try to put this one on ice.
Yeah, that's unlucky there. Just a little bit of confusion between Marios and DJ.
Here's the save of the game. Break it down. Presented by Coastal Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, pretty straightforward here. Prosper Kasim just trying to blast that one into the near post. And like I said, Alex Tambakis just stands strong, able to push it wide, but a really crucial save at that point in the game.
4 minutes. I was off by a minute. And if you go over, you lose. So I lose. So go out of bounds. The added time brought to you by Citrix, another outstanding sponsor. As I said earlier, the work that Kyle and Santiago, Kyle Prairie that is, lots of Kyles around, have done on the sponsorship side for both clubs, North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage. Unbelievable, Austin.
Yeah, I mean, a difficult time in general just for sports and for soccer, but to continue to find ways to create partnerships and sponsorships is really impressive.
Part of the game here now. Head down to the corner flag and try to work the clock off here as the Citrix extra time. We've already gone almost 1 minute into that 4. All right, Austin Deleuze, kind of 2 questions in one here, and that is how much did that 90-minute delay affect the home team? And then off of that, this is your first delay as a broadcaster. You know what it feels like as a player. It's a little different as a broadcaster, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I'm not as worried about what I'm doing in the downtime. But yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's hard to say. I think North Carolina FC did come out a little bit flat. But, again, both teams have to go through it, right? And Birmingham Legion came out ready to go and got those 2 goals that they needed around that 20-minute mark. So it definitely affects you as a player. It's difficult. It's difficult to maintain that mentality when you're ready to go, you're up and ready for the game, and all of a sudden being told that you got to wait another hour and a half after waiting all day. But no excuses.
Abadawi over to Spees. Fortune. Fortune looking for Lomas. Handled there as it'll fall to Smith. Spees looking for Manny Perez. He'll go out of bounds. On the other side, very professional approach through the delay by this Birmingham Legion FC team. It's not easy without a delay to go on the road and get 3 points, and they're going to do it.
Yeah, I think professional is the right word there. You know, it's just been very mature performance.
Braxton Najib's going to come on. Brett gets another goal, now his 3rd on the season.
Nico Grant coming in.
17 a year ago for Pittsburgh, and he gets another one tonight.
And they've got to be happy with what they've seen from Brett so far this season after bringing him in the offseason.
Abadawi. Smith. Smith with his left foot. Lomas tries to ride the bike and misses. Even without fans, you would have heard that one all the way in Chapel Hill, I can tell you that.
Yeah. You can hear one of the Birmingham coaches yelling, Brian Wright, corner. Trying to send him to the corner, kill this game off.
And that's what's going to happen. Another great performance from Dean. He was buzzing around. He could get some votes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quality performance, and I'm glad. I know it was hard for you. I'm glad you agreed with the comment about professional approach, because that's the best way to describe what Birmingham has done here today, I think.
Yep, just came in, did what they needed to do.
All right, don't forget, Wednesday night, Charlotte, Derby, right here at WakeMed Soccer Park, 7 o'clock, ESPN Plus, locally on WRAL2. And you can bet North Carolina FC is going to be buzzing around. Dave Sarakin and Mike McGinty, John Bradford, Nick Platter, they're going to have them ready, try to respond here. Still trying to get one late. Lomas will miss it, and that probably will do it.
Looks like he's going to let him take this last corner, but yeah, we're coming up on 5 minutes here. A minute over the designated 4.
So Ben Spies, one last Jasmine and Olive's corner kick. Sent around and handled there by Matt Van Okel, and that should be the whistle, and it is. Birmingham Legion FC with a 2-0 win over North Carolina FC. I want to thank our great crew. Kyle Lang running it, Joe Farrar, Taylor Harger, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Neuwirth, Nora Seidenberg, Tim Arms, Jorge Acuna, my broadcast partner, the great number 6, Austin DeLuz. For each and every one of you, I'm Dean Linke. Wasn't able to say, how about North Carolina FC? Hope we get it done on Wednesday. Congratulations to Birmingham Legion FC, 2-0 winners on the Got to Be NC Agriculture scoreboard. 3 points for Birmingham Legion FC.
This copyrighted of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Out for all of us. And though you may have lost sight of your own well-being, Aetna never did. By setting up virtual monitoring for chronic patients, 24-hour telemedicine visits, and mental health resources for everyone, we're always here to help you focus on your health. Because it's always time for care.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Baker Roofing was founded in 1950, and for over 100 years, our guiding principle has been always good work. Through the years, we've honed the craftsmanship and artistry it takes to create a roof that looks great and stands the test of time. Our crews bring decades of experience to each project, and we draw on that experience to ensure our work meets or exceeds expectations. At Baker Roofing, we will always do good work.
At Coastal, we believe it shouldn't take a lot of money to save a lot of money. Many banks require minimum deposits for certificates that are quite an investment. But with Coastal, you only need $250 to start saving. Plus, you get rates that are seriously competitive. Find out how a certificate from Coastal can help you save more for less money.
There's a special place just for kids, where inpatient, outpatient, and children's emergency care comes from people who love what they do, almost as much as who they do it for. WakeMed Children's. Your kids, your choice.
Yeah, it was a late ad. Late ad.